Yes, yes, I'll have a glass of that, thank you. Yes, hurry up now, pour it out. Ah, whiskey. Thank God for that. Calms the nerves. Right, okay, let's crack on then, shall we? Ah, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the new car released in the Casino DLC, the Vysser Neo, I do believe it's called. Okay, now we're heading on over to Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, where I like to purchase most of my vehicles, and we can see we're touching down now, and we shall shortly be inside the building, don't you know? Okay, here we are now, ladies and gentlemen. The Vysser Neo. Like I say, the latest card. Pay absolutely no attention to my secretary. Yes, the Vysser Neo, one of the latest cars to be released on the from the Casino DLC. And it's a rather interesting vehicle. We're going to take a look at it right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now the Vysser Neo can be found under the legendary motorsport website. Okay, and there we go, logging on right now. And as you can see, it's retailing for $1,875,000, ladies and gentlemen. A rather steep price tag. But there we go. And I believe this is, I'm not entirely certain, a sports car, I believe this is. Can't be certain there. I do believe that it actually is. Okay, and as always, we'll be heading to the Hillcrest residence, and on this occasion, we'll be getting there in the Trojan Tyrus. Okay, and as you can see, it really is quite interesting on the streets, although not a vehicle I'd particularly advise or recommend. Okie dokie, right, taking a rather long go with it there, aren't we? Right, okay, here we are now. We're up at Hillcrest, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go on inside and see if that Vysser Neo has been delivered. Okay, right, I'm not entirely certain. I'm not aware of any other Vysser cars on this game, to be quite frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. There may be some that I'm unaware of. I only take a rudimentary look at things from time to time, I must admit. Right, okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Vysser Neo. Right, okay, so what do we think? Right, first things first, in sort of front's rather interesting there, isn't it? The back's sort of going rather plain. Looks a little bit like the Ocelot Penetrator, I feel. But there we go. That's my personal opinion. The front's not looking too bad though. It is sort of looking sort of supercarish. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong on that. Yes, it does look quite nice, doesn't it? Okay, and it's got that glass hood there, or that glass roof, I should say. Yes, actually, it is a sports car, as it says in the bottom corner there. Okay, well, let's take it out onto the street and see how she handles, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, first things first, they sort of cut her head there, didn't it? Okay, that's rather a shame. Right, we're going to see if we can get down the Vinewood Hills without bloody hell. Right, okay, right, okay. Not often that happens, is it, ladies and gentlemen? In fact, I do believe the only other time that has occurred is with the GTO, so perhaps that gives us some indication of speed. Right, okie dokie, what's going on here then? Right, okay, flying down the hill, ladies and gentlemen, trying to control it. Okay, like I say, coming out of those Vinewood Hills, what do we think? Well, it was rather wayward, to be honest with you, because their steering's very heavy, ladies and gentlemen, very heavy steering. So what can I say, really? Right, like I say, acceleration can't really. Don't think it's necessarily that fast, but once it gets going, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it really is quite nippy, isn't it? And then unfortunately, the handling is absolutely atrocious. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, completely lost it there. Yes, the steering is very heavy, ladies and gentlemen, and sort of quite unresponsive, to be quite frank with you. And the back end of this vehicle really does want to come away with you. Yes, there we go. Look at that. Right. Okay. Yes. So this got quite atrocious, to be quite frank with you, ladies and gentlemen. Really not impressed. So there we go. Right. Okie dokie. It seems Rockstar have gone and made another awful handling car again. That really is most annoying. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it on inside now to the custom auto shop, have the necessary upgrades, sort of applied to the vehicle, and then we'll take back out onto the street. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage of the video, we will be hurrying things along somewhat by running at double speed and all that, just so this is the whole point of this section of this video, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an idea of the modifications that are available on this particular vehicle. Okie dokie, and we're going through some of the more aesthetic stylings now, as you can see. Okie dokie. So yes, like I say, what do we think of the Vysser Neo? Well, straight out of the box, it handles like a pig, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, like I say, sort of very dull steering, very heavy as well. You really have to press on the analog stick there to get any action out of the wheel there. and the back end just wants to come round on you, as you saw, completely 360 it there in the street on the way down, and that's as atrocious as my driving is, ladies and gentlemen. That's not something that I regularly fall foul of, you know. So, yes, what do we think? Not good, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first impression, to be quite frank with you. Don't know what it's like on speed. Obviously, got to take it around the lap and whatnot. The test lap up there at Sandy Shores, but I mean, it feels quite fast on the street. I don't know. I don't know. It's got a particularly interesting acceleration, really, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure it's going to beat out something like the Zentorno, of course. But yeah, they did have quite a good top speed, I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, that's about all it's got going for it, really, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really say much else for it. There you go, two-tone colour. How about that? Very nice. Okay, now I actually do spend rather a long time in the colour, looking at the resprays, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to flip through it once, and then we're going to cut ahead and take it back out onto the street, because I do spend a rather long time, as I say, checking out these colours, and I'm sure we don't need to see all of that. Right, okay, there we go. Apparently picked a blue. How surprising. Right, okie dokie. We're going to take it out on the street, ladies and gentlemen, and see how she handles. Okay, now this vehicle has been fully upgraded. Engine and suspension. Right, bloody hell. Right, okie dokie. Right. Not a good start, ladies and gentlemen. Sort of hit the car and flipped it there, didn't I? Okay, well, we're going to have to take it back down to the start, I'm afraid. Again, like I say, not the best of starts, ladies and gentlemen. And how many times have we seen that? Not very often. And whoops-a-daisy. Okay, that was entirely my fault. Right, yeah, so like I say, not the best, ladies and gentlemen, really, is it? Let's be quite frank with you. But we'll give it another go and see what happens here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, fully upgraded and all that sort of business. And right, still sliding straight across the street there into a post. Right, so yes, absolutely atrocious, ladies and gentlemen. Should you get one? No, I really wouldn't. Really wouldn't advise it. You know, this is an absolute pig to handle. You know, it's just absolutely atrocious. Like I said, very heavy steering, very sort of unresponsive, very limited. It does go fast. Yes, it does seem to be going quite fast there, doesn't it? And yeah, so other than that, it seems absolutely useless. Another gutter ball by Rockstar, I'd say there. Right, okay, managed to get a bit of... Right, okay, we are getting up some speed now, aren't we? Right, okay, that's quite impressive, really. Oh, okay, so maybe this car's got something to it. Yeah, that did seem to be going fast. I couldn't be entirely certain how fast, ladies and gentlemen, you know. It's difficult to judge around these streets, but it did seem to be going quite fast indeed, didn't it, you know? Okay, well, anyway, we're going to take it on into the maze bank there, but as it turns out, Mr. Raccoon has showed up, you know, and he does fancy a going, and Mr. Raccoon's generally a far more proficient driver than I, you know, so I'll give you a more an indication of how this car can handle in a more proficient pause, shall we say. Right, okie dokie, and right, unfortunately, the video's cut ahead there. That really is rather a rotten shame, and it seems to be intent on doing that. How wonderful. Right, okay, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I'll give you an indication, like I say, we didn't lose the whole corner there, so you get an idea of how it handles, and down this straight, the sort of speed is picking up, and it's sort of moving there, isn't it? My good, okay, this is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen, to put round the track. But like I say, as you can see from Mr. Raccoon, unfortunately has difficulty holding that bottom left corner there, because as I say, this thing really does handle like an absolute pig. Okie dokie, so yes, well, I recommend getting one. Well, we've got to do the test and whatnot, but first thing I'd say, no, not really. I mean, it's sort of awful, isn't it? You know, it's got you know, it's awful handling, but it does seem quite fast, so there we go. Yes, Mr. Raccoon's not too impressed with it either. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to mess around. We're going to put it up against the Zentorno and just bring in things to see where it stands, you know, see if it's got anything to it. Oh my good God. Right. Okay, it's just gone past the Zentorno, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, that is, I did not expect that. That really is rather a surprise, and an unwelcome one as well, if I may say. As you may well know, we are quite big fans of the Zentorno here, and to see, yes, that is quite unpleasant to watch. Okay, right, okay, so it does appear, ladies and gentlemen, that the Vysser Neo can take down the Zentorno, and that's not nice at all. Right, okay, well, here we go. Then we'll go one step up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go out and get the old Bagner, you know, the Dupachi Bagner. Okay, that's not good either. Right, I bet not to mind, ladies and gentlemen. The Wagner does start slow, but it picks up speed, you know. So with a little bit of luck, it'll catch it in the corner, go around the corner. It's fantastic handling, you know. The Wagner really is one of my favourite cars. In fact, possibly my favourite car on this game when it comes right down to it, you know. And here we go. Right, okay, bloody hell no. Oh, don't tell me this for Christ's sake. Right, is he catching? I think he's trying to catch me, but yes, it's not enough, is it? Okay, right, that really is. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's just taken down the Zentorno and the Wagner. Right, okay, well, here we go then. Let's humiliate the thing then, shall we? There's only one thing we can do now, ladies and gentlemen, after it's killed two of our favourite cars, and that's bring out the GTO. And this is the Garotti Itali GTO, if you're unfamiliar with the car. And if you're unfamiliar with the car, you're about to see it absolutely demolish this vehicle. Okay, here we go. And straight off the line, the GTO is going to fly into the lead. Why isn't it flying into the lead? Oh, Jesus Christ, no. What the hell's this? Oh, my good God. Right, okay, well, it is slightly starting to get away. There isn't it right going to get around this corner. Here we go, right here. Oh, my good God, it looks like, Jesus, the GTO is going to lose, isn't it? No, the GTO is not going to lose. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's what the GTO does, you know, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely destroys everything. But my good God, what can we say about the Vysser Neo? It's absolutely stupendous, you know. It is absolutely incredible. I did not realize around the streets of Los Santos it had that kind of top speed. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and switch cars, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. And just so we can put me in the GTO and see if perhaps a better driver can beat the GTO. You know, I'm a rather shoddy driver. Mr. Raccoon there is a much better driver than I am, so maybe if we put him in it, it'll give it a fairer chance up against the GTO. And as you can see, that doesn't seem to be the case. Right, okay, came round in the corner there, and goodbye, Neo. Right, okie dokie, yes, I'm sure, yes, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Right, it was absolutely fascinating there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Vysser Neo destroys the Zentorno, destroys the Wagner, ladies and gentlemen. Can't take the GTO, and who would expect it to, really? So, okay, I'm going to have to backtrack on my earlier review, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and now Mr. Raccoon's changed his mind on it too, and he refuses to get out. Yes, he says he's keeping it. Yes, that's not going to happen, Mr. No, don't drive away. I'm getting into the car. Right, okay. Thank you. Okay, now we've headed on down to LSIA, ladies and gentlemen, because we want to know how it'll do in just a straight drag race, you know, on a perfectly flat ground, you know. Unfortunately, Sandy Shores does have some bumps in one. I'm making it a little bit difficult there, but as you can see, even in a straight drag race, ladies and gentlemen, the GTO is going to take it. Okay, but you can see, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you can see how well the Neo's doing. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, should you get the Vysser Neo? Yes, apparently you should. Yes, you certainly should. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the review of the Vysser Neo. Like I say, it handles like a pig, but my God, is it fast. Should you purchase it? Yes, I would actually. I certainly did, and I would recommend that you do too. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.